franchisee interviews, manager interviews, weekly sales reporting, second quarter and third quarter advertising reminders, training schedule revision, and managers training formal registration. This is part 1 of 3 episodes of PWLC News. I just got back late last night from Houston, Texas, from the Humble, Texas grand opening. Vicki Love, who's franchisee and master franchisee, has had a very successful grand opening. I'm going to say they're probably about 5 or 6 days away from a complete ROI on their franchise fee, and they'll just blow the doors off. And by the way, a big hearty congratulations to Sam Ghosh in Orlando, who was just maintaining the clip that he established during grand opening, actually in Winter Garden. And but I had a chance to chat with Vicki and talk about the success that they're having and how they set up the center and how they attack pre-grand opening, which is a great tool for you to look at, especially if you're a veteran franchisee, as to how to reinvigorate your center. Here's a little bit of that interview. All right, what's your name?
Vicki Love.
Where are you from?
Texas.
That's a pretty big geography. Narrow it down. Where in Texas?
Houston area.
And this is considered Humble, or this is considered?
Actually, the town is Humble. It's considered a Tascasita.
Tascasita.
Don't ask me why. We're in an unincorporated part of Harris County, actually. But our address is Humble.
All right, you grand opened when?
Yesterday.
How'd it go?
Fantastic.
Define fantastic.
Well, we had lots of traffic in the door. We had a DJ out front. We were on the radio for 4 hours, nothing but PWLC for 4 hours out here in this Kingwood to Tascasita area, which went really, really great. We had the Chamber of Commerce come. I had a ribbon cutting. Got to tell about 8 different members of the community, the business community, about the business.
Good.
They were all very interested. Actually, one of them is sending over his wife.
Okay.
Would
you like to be at the dinner table when that conversation
absolutely.
takes place?
We gave him some pointers on how to get her over here. So.
How many did you enroll yesterday?
We enrolled 7 people.
7 people, great.
Absolutely.
So you're off and running and ready to go.
Off and running. We're standing at 18 enrollees now. We had a soft opening that started March 8th. Is when we started. So we're sitting at 18 clients now, and we're off and running. It's great.
Well, I saw you got your signs out. You did all your advertising, your contest boxes. And mathematically, you're well on your way to your 100 clients in 100 days, so that's got to be exciting for you.
We are very excited about it. Absolutely. We went exactly by the little plan for the grand opening, did everything it said. If it said to do the flyers, we did the flyers. If it said the boxes, we did the boxes. We did everything that it said, checked them off one by one, and it worked.
And it made the phone ring.
It absolutely. And the phone rang and people walking in the door.
I have to say I had a great time with Vicki and her crew. They actually made me an honorary Texan, which requires that I visit the Alamo once a year, that I eat chicken fried steak once a week, and they have it down there as big as your head. And then I learned the lyrics to the Yellow Rose of Texas. So I'm working on all of that before I return there in May for the grand opening of her second center. I also had the opportunity to sit down and chat with her sales manager, Misty, who many of you remember from her YouTube shout-out a few months ago. And here's a little bit of that interview. Talk to me about the signs.
Signs are awesome. Signs worked. First, we have Physicians Weight Loss Center.
Okay.
Serious weight loss, only a physician can deliver. Free weight loss analysis.
How'd that one work for you? Because that got my attention as soon as I saw it.
That was perfect. Everybody came in and they wanted a free weight loss analysis.
When I walk in for my free weight loss analysis, how do you approach it with them?
We ask if you have about 15, 25 minutes, and we get you in the door, talk you through it, sign you up, get you out.
So that's your hook to get them in the door.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Now, I have to give Misty some credit because she did a chicken close, and for those of you that have been around a while, you know what that is. Oh, why don't you go ahead and enroll? You had 3 days to cancel, and she had someone come back after she did that who did just the opposite of canceling, got completely engaged in the program, and is having success on the program. So I gave her a hard time, and I just wanted to say to Misty, good job on that one, but I wouldn't make a habit out of it. I want to turn to weekly sales reporting. Remember, you need to send your weekly sales reports to reports@pwlc.com, reports@pwlc.com, reports@pwlc.com. Now, we're getting much, much better as a group, although we're not nearly where we need to be. So the bottom line is this. On Monday morning, Tuesday morning, send us just the sales total of what you did the week before. Just send us those sales numbers, and it doesn't have to be broken down with programs and products. Just a total sales number. Now, if you're a royalty center, you know you have a specific form to send out, send to Helen for her to be able to enter that information and to properly account for your royalty. I want to take a look at our second quarter and third quarter advertising and just some reminders, and here's a short clip on that.
When preparing your advertising for the second quarter and the third quarter, there's some important weeks to be aware of. First and foremost, Memorial Day. The week before and the week of Memorial Day are 2 weeks that we do not recommend external advertising. In other words, paid media, television, newspaper, radio, or external direct mail. You have a number of flights that have already begun. We recommend a week on and a week off, or 2 weeks on and then 2 weeks off. So in other words, you could run 411 and 418, skip 425 and 52, run again 59, 516. Or run 411, 425, and 59. Again, the week before a holiday, the week of a holiday, we want to avoid. With one exception this year, because July 4th it falls over a weekend, you can actually advertise the week of 6/27 if you have the budget for it and you have effective external media marketing tools. Again, a week on, a week off, a week on, or run 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. We have a fairly long advertising flight in Flight 4 that occurs in Quarter 3 after the 4th of July. This is a great season. The thing you need to be aware of is, when does school start? It usually starts sometime in August for most locations. Our recommendation is that you go a week on, a week off, a week on, and then wait until the week school has started or the week after school has started to run as many as 2 weeks in a row. Again, we want to avoid the week before and the week of Labor Day, and then we are wide open for the balance of the third quarter.
I've made a slight change to the training schedule, and it only affects May. Now, we've already had a January training, 2 March trainings for basic training, as well as a 3-day in Houston. We're looking at a May training here at the corporate office. Now, originally, basic training was scheduled for May 17th. And franchisee school for May 24th. I've reversed those 2 dates. So franchisee school will now be the week of May 17th, and basic training will now be the week of May 24th. So if you're sending people to basic training or planning on coming back through franchisee school, please make note of that on your calendar. And again, if you're sending people through basic training, they need to complete the online certification training and have that into us no later than the close of business Wednesday prior to basic training. We've got managers, the managers training or managers college formal registration form, and here's that form.
The 2010 Managers College will be held on Wednesday, June 2nd and Thursday, June 3rd from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. This registration form must be received by Friday, May 21st. To qualify for participation in Managers College, you must first have completed online certification training, second, have completed basic training, either a 3 or 5 day class, and thirdly, have written authorization from your franchisee. This is an intensive training class with preparatory homework in advance of the training. Complete the form below and fax to 330-666-2197 no later than Friday, May 21st at 5 p.m. Complete your center account number, city location, your name, the year you completed online training, the year you completed basic training, print your franchisee's name, and have your franchisee sign.
Well, that's the first of many updates that you're going to have today. There are 2 more episodes of PWLC News. Look for them shortly. In the meantime, have a great morning, everybody.